Well, my real name is Jacoby Browder, but I go by the artist name Jacoby X. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. Left Birmingham about 01 and moved towards the Clinton, Rabina, Marbury area, and lived in Prattville as well. Went to Tuskegee University, graduated 2015, played football all 4 years. Got my master's in criminal justice from South University, and I'm a teacher, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an artist, I'm an author. I'm just a jack of all trades, thanks to God, because He gave me the ability to be creative and skillful and always willing to want to learn more and gain some new insight on things to add to my resume. So that's who I am, man, you know. And we here, Field Day Fridays. I'm working to not have like a specific genre to be my specific lane, because I don't like to be placed in a box, in a lane. I like with music and with anything, because I don't want to be defined as just this one type of artist. But as of right now, what I've been doing lately, I guess you could, you know, a mixture of hip hop, rap, and R&B and some soul. But I've been dabbling in some pop and some other type of neo soul type things, you know. Stepping outside my element, just truly trying to be an artist and not just be one track. You know, I like to do all of it, you know. As you know, my name is Jacoby X, so I've some of my influence, a lot of my influence comes from Malcolm X. You know, he was a very intelligent and articulate brother who cared dearly about his people and just people in general. As you know, towards the time of his death, you know, he started being a little more, you know, open-minded. But he still stood strong for his people. You know, he made sure his people were straight, and he preached financial wealth, you know, financial literacy, generational wealth, and a lot of black nationalist things, you know, that people would try to define as racist, but it's just, you know, a dear admiration for your people. So Malcolm X, he plays a part in my music. Definitely why I followed my name towards it, because with my music, I make anything, and I'm gonna be the best by any means necessary. I'm gonna talk about the situations that our people go through. I'm gonna be me unapologetically, and I'm gonna do it proudly, just the same demeanor that Malcolm X had walked with. I'm also influenced by my father as well, because, you know, he instilled my hard work ethic in me at a young age, and you know, it plays a part in how I operate when it comes to music. You know, I dedicate myself to doing my absolute best at everything. You know, taking time to be potent with my rhymes and my choruses, and just being an artist and just being creative and being more skillful. So, you know, he influenced me for that, and always pushed me hard. But also he influenced me because he didn't want me doing music at first. He wanted me just to be strictly sports. So when somebody tell me don't do something or they don't want me doing something, I'm gonna do it. So that's how that goes. So I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. When somebody try to deter me from doing something that I like, which was at the moment, but then I got fully engulfed into it when football wasn't falling through. So I went through a bunch of combines and camps, trying to get drafted, trying to get picked up as a free agent or go overseas to Canada and play ball, and it just wasn't falling through. So I started dabbling into things like music, something I feel like I could be good at. And then when I used to always get praise from my partners and my teammates about my freestyle and the way I flow. And so I just started working on that stuff in 2013. I had my last little tryout in North Carolina. I had been doing music at the time, but I wasn't taking it seriously. But when I had that last tryout in North Carolina, we had went to my cousin Tay, who's also produces majority of my music. V the Great, that's my dog. Y'all follow him ASAP. V the Great on Instagram, everywhere else. You already know. But I made a couple songs with him, and he was one of the ones that along with my cousin Jarvis, that was pushing me to take it serious. And so that's when I started working on my music, and I dropped my first tape later on that year, and it did nice. But also I'm also influenced by J. Cole. J. Cole, he is a great lyricist, a great storyteller, and I like to do that with my music. I like to give people something to listen to that they can enjoy lyrically and they can enjoy melodically in whatever story I'm creating with my words, because I always get complimented on how I make people think with my music, and they can feel what I'm saying, they can see what I'm saying. And that's what I really want to do. I want you to make you see what I'm saying, and that's what J. Cole does. And that's why he influences me. And that man's a great artist. He went platinum on majority of all his albums with no features on it. He gonna give me a feature though while he playing. I need one. But I'm also influenced by Lil Wayne. that's my favorite rapper ever. My favorite rapper. He the best rapper alive, dead, and in the next life. That's how I feel. So I grew up on Wayne. I always used to get the new Wayne when it dropped, looking for different songs. I used to just have him playing in my iPods headphones. When I was going to school, my dad used to get mad. He said, "You listen to that Devil Wayne music." I'm like, this is not no devil music. Because Wayne just got away with words, and I like that. All his music majority of his music when I was growing up, even a lot of it now, even though he don't rap that much, it always make me make a face every time he's rapping his words and have all these metaphors. And sometimes I don't catch stuff until either years later, months later, or weeks later, or maybe days or minutes later. I gotta run it back, and he said something that just made sense. But you gotta catch it because you gotta really pay attention to it. So, but I listen to a lot of Wayne, so I go back and critique his stuff like I critique my own. And I'm also influenced by Michael Jackson. That's my favorite artist ever, Michael Jackson. Just the way he controls the crowd, and he's electrifying, and has everybody gravitating towards him. I'm influenced by that. I want to be on that level.
But it's like the places that a nigga never been at. Niggas thought I lost it, they been asking where my pen at. Working on myself so God can ask for all my sins, babe. Now the front like where the end at. Never tell my business, niggas leaders of the rap pack. Niggas pushing keys, got Franklin saying, "Oh, you on fat back." Let me stop my jaw when I don't mingle with the narcos. We just get our chips and cheddar, nigga, this is nachos. Shout out to my vatos, cried to heal the pain, I had a life this for the sorrows. Niggas heart was hollow. I just wanna
It's giving us a huge voice. It's definitely giving us a huge voice, and we gotta really utilize it, and we can't play around with it, because music is powerful. Words are powerful, and when we putting these words and these beats together, we creating something that causes a feeling inside of us, a certain feeling inside of you, whatever emotion that you're feeling. it can come from music, and you know, it moves you in different ways. And so with this voice that we have, and now with the social media, we're building our own brand. We're building ourselves up as a brand on these platforms. It's giving us a larger scale to work with and more expansive. So we got to be able to reach our people where they at, whatever age they are at, and you know, we got to do what we need to do to use our voice for social, civil, whatever, human rights change, whatever it is, especially for our people, because you know, they like to control our culture, our rap, our music culture, with how they allow a lot of music to go by and be flooded into our neighborhoods. And I'm not perfect. I was talking about this the other day. I'm not perfect. I like trap music. I like the balance. But I'm one of them type of people that can decipher between entertainment and reality. But you know, a lot of this music is teaching our kids, you know, to operate out of anger and violence and depression. I mean, like I said, I ain't perfect. I listen to some trap, a lot of trap stuff, but I also balance my music out with gospel, some old R&B, some old soul, some 90s, or anything that got some good vibrations to it. Because the music back then had, you know, it made you dance a little smooth. It was smooth. So this music now makes you dance, but it's also, you know, can charge your emotions up where you just feeling either hyped up, ready to do something, or even depressed, the way these niggas be rapping these days. But I'm telling you, like, if it get too depressing, I gotta cut it off. I gotta have a balance. You know, you gotta be versatile for me to listen to you. For real, because for me to enjoy music, you gotta be versatile. That's why I don't listen to too many people nowadays. You know, it's some straight stuff here and there, but I really gotta select few people that I listen to on a daily basis, you know, and I try not to listen to a lot of people to keep my sound original. But yeah, I definitely with our voice, with our opportunity to have a voice with this rap stuff, with this music and this art, we have to utilize it in a positive manner. We gotta utilize it in a positive way. We can't backtrack with this. We can't say we gonna stop rapping about guns and popping pills and taking all types of drugs and violence and killing somebody, and then we wanna go try to do something for the community, do something for the hood. I mean, that's good, but like, we gotta use our voice, because people adhere to what you say. The youth adhere to what you say. And if you have a major platform and you are really buzzing and you really relevant, or you just have some type of platform that's gaining some traction, you got a voice, and people are listening and people are watching them, and people gonna do what they see and what they hear. Especially a lot of people these days, they don't have their own mind. They need somebody to think for them. And you that person, you might as well say you're not saying you controlling their mind, but in some way, these people allow things that they see, people that they follow, and they allow it to influence them. Social media in general, music distorts people's perceptions at times. Well, not music, but the media distorts people's perceptions of reality. And the music can get you to, well, definitely, I feel like it does too, because you know, a rapper rap about getting this, now you gotta go try to get this to be a part of what's going on, what's trending, and you feel like you gotta feel like you're that person because you had this, something that they rap about, or you went to go eat here or drink something that they rapped about it or sung about in their songs. But you know, yeah, I've been able to use my platform to influence change, but not to the extent that I would like, you know, in the capacity that I would like. But you know, that just comes from being more consistent and disciplined in what God need me to do. But so far, you know, I feel like I've made some change. You know, I get a lot of messages a lot of times from people, and they telling me how I influence them and how I'm doing a great thing for the community by the things that I partake in. As I stated, I'm a teacher, and I teach at Lee County Youth Development Center. So the kids I teach are in detention. So my students are in prison jumpsuits, and they be in cells. They are harbored in cells. So when I leave, they got to go back in their cell. And when I come back, they coming out of their cell. So I took the job because I knew what type of youth I was dealing with. I was dealing with at-risk youth. I was dealing with the youth that aren't serviced as much as the ones that are not dealt that bad hand that they have been dealt. Due to certain things that happen in their life and their environment. And I took that job because I wanted to make an impact and do what I need to do to help move our youth in the right direction. And with the platform and the influence that I got, because I'm relatable. I come in with the tattoos and the earrings, but I throw a suit on here and there. They let me throw some jeans on, have my Jordan 1s, and the kids, they relate to that, and they feel like they can be cool, be more open with me, which I give off that vibe for them. I always want them to engage and participate in everything and let me know how they feeling, just to say that the change that I'm making there is, I have my students say mission statement before and after class is just 4 affirmations. I am worthy enough. I am built to last. I can be the best of me. I can attract the life I see. I get them to say it as loud as they can, because and as serious as they can, and be serious and intentional with it. Because if you're intentional and you're serious about it, your mind is going to process that this is what you are, this is what you need to be doing, and this is how you're going to act, because the words are powerful, like I said. So, a lot of my kids, they were down about, getting bad news from their POs or a certain situation about their cases. And I just told them, you gotta intentionally speak those things that I have y'all speak over your life. Come up with your own personal affirmations and start to actually move in a positive direction. Once you start processing it, that you can think it. When you start thinking it and you start speaking it, your mind is processing, your body is processing, and you start actually moving in those directions. Because once you clear your mind of all the negativity and you focus on the positivity, God gonna speak to you, and you're gonna adhere, you're gonna listen, and you're gonna start to move. Because there's just that inside voice in you is speaking to you, let you know this is what you need to be doing. Now you hearing it, now you walking in it, because you believe in the stuff. So, and a few of my kids, they were down about some things, certain situations about their cases, and I told them these things, and they started to take control of their behaviors and how they've been acting to get themselves on the right track. And one of my students thought he was going to the big prison, but they gonna send him to a youth program, and he gonna be able to, get out and do what he need to do to progress his life and going towards the right direction. And he's number 15 years old, so you got a lot of life to live. Because I let them kids know every day that this not your end destination. It's not where it stops. I can lead you to the things that you should be doing and teach you these things and tell you this is what you need to be doing, this is how you need to be doing, but you gotta take control and accountability of yourself and be able to want to make the change, because ain't nobody gonna do it for you. But I tell them that all the time. And a couple of my kids, they didn't know when they were gonna get out, and one of my kids was just in a real depressed state, and I started to speak life into him and tell him, remind him, you gotta speak these affirmations and mean it, and want to see the change that you're about to have, from changing the way you think and the way you speak about yourself to positivity is going to transform your life to a whole nother level. And then when the weekend I left last week, he was telling me he was having suicidal thoughts, and then we spoke about the things we needed to speak about, and they got his mental in the right direction. And then I came back this week, he told me he wrote 100 of his own personal affirmations down on some paper, and he been speaking it and thinking it and dreaming about it, meditating on it, praying, asking God for clarity, and he been getting clarity, and now he's ready to move his life in the right direction. He said that I know at times, it gets hard for him, because I let him know, it ain't gonna be no easy journey once you're moving in the right direction and trying to elevate your life and do the things that God calls you to do. It's not gonna get easier. It's gonna be a little smooth. You're gonna know how to handle things more smoother and have more strength. But it ain't gonna get easier, because there's gonna be certain people trying to deter you off your path. But he took the first step of taking his life back from where it was going. So, you know, I'm proud of the direction that's going. And also with my book, you know, the words I speak, I see, it's opening doors for me to go speak to more kids that are in detention, but just at schools and different speaking events that's dealing with mental health and dealing with our youth. And the kids, they enjoy it. They enjoy it. They hit me up on Instagram, message me, ask me when I'm coming back to their school, because they had the best time of their life when I came. Me and a couple of my partners, one of my partners, Ernest, he's a partner of me with this program that we got going on together called Lit Academy. It's an acronym for Learning is Transformation. That's what we got going on, man. The kids are our purpose, and so that's what we working towards. You know, it's cool to try to get the attention of adults, but they like to be cool. They don't really like to adhere to some of the things that people be saying that's moving in a positive direction, because you know how they go. They don't want to feel like they following nobody or telling somebody what to do. But the kids, they honest. They honest about your music. They honest about your approach. And so that's who I deal with. And they not gonna act cool. You just gotta relate to them, get them in the spirit, and get it going, you know. You gotta be consistent, be organized. Don't be scared to take risks. You gotta put in the work. You gotta speak positive over your life. You gotta think positively over your life, and you gotta walk in it. Because faith without works is dead. If you're not putting into action, your words ain't gonna mean anything. You can want it, but when you speak it and put it in the universe, God gonna give you something back in your mind, whether it be any type of omen or a word in your spirit, or it's just something you looking at. You know, he gonna spark your interest and let you know what you need to be doing. So when he speak, you gotta go. When he speak, you gotta go do what he tell you to do, and you gotta leave your mark. And when he telling you what to do, you gotta leave your mark and your impact, whatever you're doing, and give it your all. And do it. Do not have, do it. If your heart ain't all the way in it, if you wouldn't do it for free, and it's supposed to be your passion and your purpose, if you wouldn't do it for free and love every minute of it. I know it's about the money sometimes. Living in this day and age, you know, you gotta get money. But if you wouldn't do what you love, your passion or your purpose for free, that ain't your passion and purpose. You can follow me on Instagram, Jacoby_X, JACOBY_X. You can follow me on my Facebook, Jacoby X Music fan page. You can follow me on Apple Music, Jacoby X, JACOBY, space X is like Malcolm X. Search my music, go stream my music. It's on Spotify, Tidal, YouTube, all the platforms. You can follow me on SoundCloud, Jacoby_X, the same as Instagram. Jacoby_X, JACOBY_X, man. I follow back. I ain't bougie. I ain't stuck up. None of that. So following me. Appreciate y'all for having me on the Field Day Friday. It's the one, man. Hey, shout out to my boy Diego too, DTG Studios, man. Y'all get down here.